Good afternoon, everybody. Big Mike back here with you once again. Welcome back to Big Mike Talks, where today I'm going to talk about the current state of the MCU. We're going to take a little break from the wrestling for now. So I wanted to cover this, and maybe give my opinion. So, let's get into this one, and let's start off with saying, no, it's not because the MCU is woke. Whatever that means. Like, let's take a look back into the MCU. Black Panther made loads of money. Beloved. Captain Marvel made loads of money. And besides some mouth breathers, you know who you are, is pretty much liked. But now all of a sudden it's like, oh, Shang-Chi, the Marvels. They do a little bad, go broke. Man, that's not it at all. That is not what's happening here. And let me tell you my opinion of what's going on here. And now, basically, what Disney Marvel is doing, it's putting world building over telling interesting stories with characters. And look, they're trying to make Kang, and don't worry, we'll get to him. They're trying to make Kang into this Thanos-level threat. But if you remember, the first time we see Thanos, it's in the end credits of the first Avengers movie. Kang, first time we get a really good look at him, besides in Loki, kind of, it's losing to Ant-Man. I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you want to build up this bad guy a little bit more, make him more mysterious. Maybe use the end credit scenes like they used to as a little build up to what's coming instead of what they did in the first Spider-Man movie. Which, I will admit, that was funny. And here's another issue I have. Instead of having interesting solo outings for certain characters, they're team-up movies. That goes for Spider-Man, who in his movie has it's a multiversal Sinister Six that he's fighting / teaming up with, including Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Doctor Strange, it's America Chavez, it's Scarlet Witch, it's not about these individual characters and telling their story. It's about, oh, let's team these guys up and make a little Avengers. Which, I do understand introducing certain characters that way, because, they might not get a movie or a show or whatever, but it takes the focus away from telling an interesting story with the individual characters. Like, say, when we first meet Ms. Marvel, I liked that. Moon Knight, great introduction, and they also introduced, later on, another character. So, I think we need to go back to telling individual stories in the movies and the TV shows. And then, of course, this is the big one, back-to-back-to-back releases. Like, during the pandemic, I thought it was fine. Like, you got something to look forward to, something new. But now it's just like, oh, we go from Black Panther to now Loki Season 2. From Loki Season 2, you got What If, like, a week after. Like, I think the MCU needs to just slow down a little bit, focus on the characters they got, and tell interesting stories. And then we come to the whole Jonathan Majors situation. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, because it stinks, but it looks like he is now out. So that leaves the character of Kang the Conqueror in a bit of an interesting situation. Now, do you continue to build to Kang? Or do you pivot to someone else? That's the issue. So, I'm going to say this. Do I still enjoy certain projects by the MCU? Absolutely. Loki was a lot of fun. WandaVision was good. Moon Knight, Black Panther Wakanda Forever was an interesting project, but it's okay. And I think that's also the problem. Just one too many just okay movies. And I get it. Not everything's going to be Infinity War. Not everything's going to be Endgame. But this needs to go back to being a more focused, a more interesting, and a more character-driven MCU. That way, when we do eventually see them face the big bad guy, whether that's Kang, whether that's Doctor Doom, whether that's Galactus, we get tie ourselves to the character. That's why Iron Man's death was so big. That's why, Doctor Strange sacrificing the Time Stone to Thanos. That's why that was a big deal. It's the MCU is kind of losing its interesting characters, and by no means do I hate the new characters. But MCU needs to make them more interesting, more likable, more than just okay. Alright, that's it for me. I decided to just do a short one. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for the comeback of the wrestling reviews, because that's coming. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.